Hello everybody and welcome back to Planet Zoo, where I have built my wonderful, beautiful Big Cat Mountain. And as I say, need to do a little bit around here to kind of make it look prettier. Whether I put a pen of some of the animals there or whether I just do planting there, I think, or just leave it. Put gulpy sodas in there. I do want to do a little bit of like touching up some of the grass and things like that and just making it look a little bit nicer, because there are some kind of bits where there were paths and now there are not. And it's looking a bit weird. I want to decorate the elephant pen, but what I want to do first is go and see if we can get a cheetah today for less than a bajillion buckaroonies that isn't completely infertile. So to start with, the answer is no. These will not be this expensive when there's no challenge to do, so I'll build them a pen. They need about 750 meters squared each, and there could be up to 3 of them in the pen, so we're gonna go with about 1,500 or so, I reckon, and then see how they fit, because it's probably gonna be 2 adults and a juvenile that we'll have in there. So I didn't actually have a look on the Zoopedia. Have a look again. Oh! Fertility's rubbish though. Maybe we should just go for it. I don't know. But anyway, I want to go with the Zoopedia. They're getting adopted like even at 6 in the morning. Crazy. I want to have a look at the Zoopedia and I want to have a look what kind of barrier they're going to need to keep them in. So a grade 2 is actually fine for them. Cool. They don't need any water. They're good in this kind of habitat. The land requirement is that. Fine. So I can just build them like a basic whatever barrier I want, really, as long as it's not like a hedge or something. They would get out of a hedge, but, you know, other than that, they're pretty cool. And they need a bit of room to run around. I might give them some, maybe some transparent glass around it somewhere, but I'm going to mostly just probably give them I think just like that, honestly. So this will be the start of, they will be the first into Big Cat Mountain. Oh yes, I forgot. So what I'm going to actually do is, because hedges are the most cheapest, I'm actually going to make this out of hedge, but don't worry. Don't worry, it won't stay as a hedge. We're just going to do that to get some curly-whirly, curvy-wurvy stuff going on. But of course, as ever with Planet Zoo, curly-whirly stuff ain't working. So we'll just do some bendy-wendy stuff at the back there. So maybe let me make that back. A little bit more. Oh, I can use plus for this, can't I? I remember. Is it plus? Why is plus not working now? Was it this plus? Yes, it was that plus. So I might want to not go quite that close. Right. And then we'll go down here. And then a little bit of a minus. This is good because you don't have to go into an option to do that. And then along here, and then we want to try and go back to curly whirliness a little bit. And we want to curve around here. Try and follow the path, basically. Probably wanted to go back to straight there, actually. That's probably why it's not giving me a proper corner. There we are. There we are. So that is their basic pen shape. It's going into night now, and that's so frustrating because then I can't see. Yeah. It didn't say that it needed a particular height, so we're going to keep it at 2 meters as usual. So let's just select the whole thing. Edit the barrier. Selected the entire barrier. Whoosh, whee. Down we go. No, 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 no. Entire barrier selected. Entire barrier going to be made into wooden logs. Then a large part around here will be made into one-way glass. So I'll probably start it here. I'm gonna go around here. Boom! And then we can see them, which is fantastic. So let's go back. Now we've made a basic outline of their cage. Of their pen, and see what we've got. Ugh. Yes. Yes. Yes! Got my cheaters, and they are actually good ones. So that was worth waiting for, I feel. They're 5 years old. They've still got a decent breeding time to go, I feel. So yeah, we'll need someone to bring them up here, but I don't mind if they have to bring them quite a long way. Today I will do work zones. I promise. Promise. I know I don't want to do it really, and it's boring, but it will make my zoo run better. Bubbles keep telling me off for not doing it. Oh man, don't tell me there's cheaper ones. Oh, they're all got rubbish genes though. They literally put an infertile one there and he put it up for 433. I hope no one's dumb enough to buy that. Four-star zoo. 4-star zoo sells infertile animals, which they must have inbred. So I am going to have to keep going in and getting and changing the male over or changing the female over. So with the cheetah, because they're in a sort of a pair anyway. If I had 2 breeding pairs, I could swap them about a little bit more. And that actually might work well with the cheetahs because they are they're in couples rather than in sort of herds where a lot of them are related to each other. I could do that, and I could just then say, you know, one couple had a boy, one couple had a girl, and put them in together. Switch everything about. I don't know. Or I might just keep buying a new cheetah every so often, and hope that they are fertile enough that they have enough that I can sell on to make the credits back. As always, the worst, the first couple you buy. So, okay, let's go to get these guys into quarantine. So they'll probably be down in the Africa section at the moment because that's where my trade center is. Now, one thing I'm kind of thinking here is that I am going to need, and I've got space around here actually, that I could put it. I think we might need to start thinking about transport for our guests because the zoo is starting to get quite big. I mean, they're making it all the way up here, and I'm imagining they will kind of walk all the way up there, but they're going to probably start talking about, oh, I'm so tired. Oh, it's such a long way. Oh, the elephants are so far away. Also, we've got litter problems right now. I have said hello to everyone. Oh, no, I haven't. Or did I already? My credit's not going up, so I think I've already greeted them all. Okay, so this is a new pen. You know what a new pen means? It means a new name. I think Jin is going to be the guardian of the cheetahs. Unless he's already got one. Let me just check. I'll just be able to go into animals and habitats, and I can see all the different ones that I've named. No, Jin has not had one named. So, Jin. Oh, I need. It's not a habitat yet. You know why it's not a habitat yet? because it does not have a habitat gate. I'll just stick one in there and they can just go in and feed the cheetahs and stuff. All the other animals seem pretty happy right now though. Mostly because I've not played the game enough for them to get unhappy. But I imagine that unless I want to put more pathing in or anything like that, I will probably be having lots of pens that are quite long. And also the other thing I need to check, I've made this pen and I've assumed its size. I need to just make sure how big it is. 2,600. Well, that will be probably complete overkill for my cheetahs. And I could honestly probably split the pen in two if I ever wanted to have a second pair, because it'd be 1,300 at that point, which is probably about enough for a pair. I might need to make it very slightly bigger and then split it in two. But it's fine. I'm happy enough with this at the moment. They will be probably slightly swamped. Honestly, in there. But never mind. Let's get these guys into quarantine. Also, it looks to me like some of my... I think these guys were being sold last time, and some of my sales didn't go through. So I'm just going to try and trade them again. You're a really good ostrich. You're going for like... I'll go for like 100 or something, because if they didn't trade last time very well, then we'll just... They're ostriches. I get them all the time. That one's not so good, so we'll go for like 50 or something. I'd rather have the credits. Pronghorned antelope. Just trade you for 12. You're rubbish. I'm not surprised you didn't sell. Okay. So Gyasi and Keisha. Let's get you in here. So the trade center and quarantine, I like to keep them close to each other. I'm not going to look at all the cheetahs there are now, because I'm not. Don't have money for them anyway. I like the fact that the community challenges do inspire me to do things differently. And I like how my zoo is going. I really genuinely, like, I'm blowing my own trumpet here, but I do enjoy... I enjoy my zoo. I think it's cool. And it makes me want to come back to it and do more on it because I think it's cool. Right, so I'm going to need to actually wait for these guys to come out of quarantine. And you know that means I'm going to have to actually play the game for a bit. I know. Horrendous, isn't it? But we've got to wait for them to quarantine, and then I will... I'll pop them in, get them all settled in, get them all happy, and then we're going to do work zones, because this zoo is getting too big to just be relying on everyone running about all over the place at this point. Okay, so we've got a facility that's without power. Oh, right, I forgot to put the power up here, didn't I? Of course I did. Well, that's no problem to sort. Let's stick a little Jenny in. The Springbok is probably not about to inbreed. What? I can charge him for the toilets? I should be doing that and then putting gulpy sodas everywhere. This is how you make money in zoos like this, you see. Apparently the toilets are very clean. I think that there are no bins around the elephant enclosure, and that might be causing some litter problems. Got a mechanic over there. And this is the problem with the staff at the moment. We're struggling a bit. Yeah, so basically I haven't put any bins at all around this area. So my poor maintenance guys, they're going to just be struggling to clean all this up, and as soon as they clean it up, the guests are going to be dropping more. So let's get some bins in. We've got some cool bins now actually as well. And someone was saying to me that they don't think that necessarily recycling bins are the same as normal bins. So another thing that I might want to do, we've got these loads of different bins now, millions of them. New world bins, a Planet Zoo bin and a Planet Zoo recycling bin. Oh right, okay. So the blue one, I thought they were both recycling before, but we do need to basically have the blue one and the green one. So I would still like some recycling bins as well as the more themed versions of bins. But every time we have a green bin, we need a different kind of bin with it. So I'm going to use some of the nice cool African bins. There are some achingly beautiful things in the air. I want to get Indian elephants and stuff. And a few different Indian animals. And then have an Indian section because, oh, I can decorate it so gorgeously. Have a little African bench either side of there, and an African bin. That one looks cool. I like that one. Put that in next to the recycling bins there, and the bench there. And then there's still a bit of litter around here, so I'm just gonna put another sort of bench and recycling bin area around. I still need to do education as well. But I just love getting new animals so much. It's just too tempting. And in goes the litter. So, you know, you give them what they need, they will use it. But you have to actually give them the bins to use. So, boring, but something that you have to kind of do. And that I may as well do while these guys are in quarantine. Quarantine passed. Okay, stop dealing with litter problems. Go deal with cheetahs. The ostrich is about to have... I thought the ostriches were not having offspring right now. Are the contraceptives failing? Probably. Okay, so let's find my cheetahs now. Before they get too annoyed at being... Don't release them to the wild. Good grief, no. Ah. It took me ages to find the right ones. So we'll make them super happy and then they will... Yeah, I know there's high amounts of litter. I will deal with the litter, okay? And then I'm probably going to need to deal with like zebras and ostriches and things that are breeding where they shouldn't be. We'll just get rid of all that. Pronghorn antelope has matured, which is fine if it's female. Not so fine if it's male. Oh, there's water bottle, I swear. I bought like one of those tea infusion things so that I wouldn't be drinking so much sugar all the time because I don't really like water. And it's a nice flavour and I enjoy it, but gee, I'm covering myself. Thing blinking leaks everywhere. Guys, I'm going to miss the cheetahs going in because of you. Now you can just have a fight. Apparently the view of the pronghorn antelopes is not good. Do you know what? I could make some of this around here into the two-way glass and that wouldn't be too bad. One thing though as well I could do is try and bring the barrier closer to the guests because I noticed that on that particular pen it's quite far away. Hello cheetahs! So how are you feeling? 57, that is not a bad start. Right, so let's see what's wrong with your habitat to start with. We're going to pause it while we do that. Your terrain is not very good. So, and you need a hard shelter, but you're happy with having like 0 plants in there. For your terrain, you would like more short grass and less long grass. That's very easy to sort. Their space requirement, we're like right on the top of what they need. They need 816. So what I'm going to actually do in this enclosure, and it will require me putting a staff path down the back. I'm going to split it in half because the guests won't be able to see these guys well enough. So they're going to share the pen with someone else. Because even half of that will be too much. Even when they have a baby. So it's like, I'm not going to waste my space like that. No, there was a... What? No. Oh, yeah. So we should be able to head, hopefully, for one of the... Yeah, there we are. One of the barriers there. And then we can put a second load in there. So if I put a habitat gate in behind here and a staff path. I don't know what the rules are about... In fact, I don't even need to do that. I can just make them walk around. Yeah, that would be fine. So let's go back to barriers, get a habitat gate in this side. And then that makes that count as technically a second pen, which we can put something else in, either more cheetahs or whatever. So, now this one still has 1300 navigable area, so that's fine. So cheetahs, you should be happy enough in there. That should be enough for you. So I want to have more short grass in here so that they will be a bit happier. Still happy with the space and everything. It's sometimes hard when you've built this massive area and you like want to make these huge pens, and it's like, actually these big cats don't need as much as like an elephant, for example, or the big pen down the bottom there. So short grass. How is that, guys? You want a little less long grass still. We'll just pull it down. There we are. And then we'll give you a nice shelter somewhere. So do we have any like nice New World shelters? Because as I say, although this is still big cats, we're gonna give them a bit more of a New World or a classic theme. Actually, I need to just make sure that whatever I put in is appropriate for a cheetah. Cheetah. Oh no, they only like the ugly ones. Ew. This is fine though. The metal ones, they look awful. They look worse than the log ones, honestly. So we'll just give them a little house in the corner over here. I'll make it look nice other ways. So I think they're going to want flat land to run because they are cheetahs at the end of the day. Even though they are on Big Cat Mountain, there's going to be other things like snow leopards and things like that, and I will give them a more sort of sculpted area, but I feel that the cheetahs are quite happy on a flat area just because of what they are and who they are. Okay, so if we just play it for just 2 seconds, then we can see if they are happy. They are happy. Yeah, 68% welfare now. I do need to give them food though. So we'll give them food and toy enrichment, and then I will give them actual food as well. So let's put some of their enrichment, some of their play items closer to the front so people can see. Rubbing pads. They can have a little sprinkler to run around in, and they can have a fire hose ball, if I can actually see, please. That would be great. So we've got all of their toy enrichment. We're going to need to research them a little bit to get their other enrichments. So let's go and see how the research is doing. We've got some animals fighting. And there's not enough space in some of the workshops. So what I'm going to do, I'll put a small workshop down in Africa land, I think. There's no space for it. Is there space over here? Yeah, there's a little space over here. Or we can just pop one up in Big Cat Land. There's loads of space in Big Cat Land. Why not? Okay, facilities. Staff facilities. They'll need to be up here, won't they? Some of them. Research center, keeper hut, quarantine. Oh. Rats. In fact, I can just sort it by mechanic workshop, I think. Quarantine workshop. So these are the workshops I have. African and Asian and just the standard Planet Zoo ones. So I will just put a standard Planet Zoo one in up here. Until such a time as the research has been done for me to change it. That'll at least give them an accessible workshop. That research is complete. Oh, good news. Good news. The warthog is nearly done. Cool. I would like someone to do a little bit of research into my cheetahs, please. So we're nearly done with the African elephants. Still need a lot of research, but whoever's doing the warthogs, we can do a bit of research into the cheetahs. And then we'll go back to the warthogs later. I just need them to have some food enrichment. They don't have a very good time of it right now. So let's put some education in. Let's put some cool stuff in. Would they benefit from a climbing frame or anything like that, maybe? I want something more cool to put in here. Like, it looks really boring right now, their pen. I know they're quite happy. They're like 84% happy, but, you know. We're going to give them better nutrition. Oh, I need to put their actual food things in as well. So they need a large food tray. Where they can eat their noms. And they need a nice big water bowl. I like the water pipe. I don't know why I like it so much, but I do. But they need lots of room to run, really. You know, that's a thing. But I might put a couple of trees or something in. It's so boring. What's your planting requirement? You don't mind a little bit of plants, but you don't want the coverage to be too high. So let's go for African grassland. Oh gosh, you know how I was saying I want to look for something that's a certain amount tall or whatever? I can actually filter by that. So when I'm looking for things just to decorate the zoo, I should be using that. That's interesting. Learn a new thing every day. A theme, an African theme rather than an African biome as well. Not grassland. Okay. Like, they need at least one tree to scratch their little claws on, right? That might give them too much. I need a tallish tree. Okay, so that's given them a nice big tree at the back, and it gives them a little bit of interest to their pen, but not too much. If we give them too much coverage, they'll get annoyed. A couple of bits of papyrus. And maybe a river bush willow at the front there. There. That is probably as much as they're going to cope with in there. But how much better does that already look? I want a habitat thing. So are these guys happy with terrible? I didn't come here to see the star facilities. Where were you when you saw the star facilities? So I know there are a couple of overlapping star facilities. My goodness me, look at that bridge. That's rammed. People love that area. And I am happy about this. I'm kind of happy that not too many people are making their way up here. But they are now. They actually are. So put some education and some stuff in. I'm not too worried about developing Big Cat Mountain yet. But I do want to put in... Where is it? Facilities. I do want to put in a donation box. And I do want to put in some information about them. I might need to power this area a little better to do that. We'll have to see. In fact, I don't even need... I just need an education board. It can just go on there. In this particular pen, seems fine. So we're going to give them a Cheetah education board. It's not powered apparently, so I do need to pop in a utility grid thing. Just to power my education boards. That's completely out of... Oh no. Delete. So around here they shouldn't be seeing any of the like star facilities, but there are areas where star facilities are getting a bit too big for their boots. And I'm not too amused by that. And I did say I may need to reroute this path a little bit so that it's actually closer. It's following closer. Or what I might need to do is swap the staff room around. Don't know. Let's just have a look at the overlay. Which one is it? Guest. Negative impact on guests. Now, the person that complained was here. And it's basically due to this. So that power grid needs to just move slightly. I'm going to delete it. I don't need all these benches either. I moved them a while back. And there's also a donation box. I don't know where that's come from. I think that's come from the other side of here. I've got plenty of donation boxes around though. So that's fine. I might pop one over here. And I'm going to maybe do some stuff to make this particular pen a little bit more accessible for people. While also trying to avoid some of the star facilities. But as I say, I feel like it was just that particular power thing that caused that. So now I need to just have a look on the overlay and just see what that was trying to power. I'm not even sure, honestly. Oh gosh, no, my panda died. No. Oh, man. However, at some point, we had a new panda baby, and I didn't even know. Goodness me. So Mei Hui and Hulin, no, not Hulin, and Zong, who are my new panda parents. They've had a panda baby, but oh, what a shame. He was my original little panda dude. I don't feel like I'm going to make a ton of conservation credits from pandas. They just don't breed enough for that to happen. Maybe the cheetahs will do better though. I wonder how they're doing. How are you guys doing up here? In your cool, fun pen of awesomeness. I am definitely thinking that I may need to put some more pathing in and stuff. But we'll see what kind of size of pens we need. Yay! Simba had an offspring! Well done, Simba! What's your offspring like? Let's go find it. I've got some issues to sort out with the animals as well. I don't like to leave that for too long because it gets a bit out of hand. The pronghorned antelopes and the zebras need a bit of TLC. Can I have more than one person in researching something? I don't think so. But we've nearly researched everything, so it's pretty cool. We're still going on the Africa theme. We're still going on some of the themes, which is why I don't have everything, all the star facilities and stuff for everything. But, you know, it's still cool. Simba's food was not very good, though, apparently. Man. Right, let's go see the baby giraffe. Oh, look at the pronghorned antelopes. They've gone mad. They've gone absolutely mad. There's way too many of them. The springboks are still good. The springboks, however, I've got two older ones that need to go, I think, before, and I'm going to need to try and just reseed that a little bit, I think. Oh, dearie me. Because I want those gone. I don't want to... I've already had a panda die on me. Actually, in fact, the panda female needs to go as well. The older panda female. Because if they're going to just die at 20, then... You're 9 years old. You're 12 years old. You are 22 years old. Send to Trade Center. The pronghorned antelopes are going absolutely mental over here, so I need to sort them out. They are... Wow. So many of them. They're way more than we need. Pause it as well. And the ostriches had young when they shouldn't have. I believed that all of the males were on contraception. And yet somehow... So that's a male. You are not. You should be. So now we have lots of little tiny baban ostriches. Or maybe... Did I bring in Darren as a new one? I'm going to have to look at that properly and see what I did. The pangolins are getting a little bit big as well. A little bit big for their boots. Might need a little bit of sorting out too. And my cheetah is already pregnant. Yes. Oh, I haven't renamed the habitat. I will do that. But yeah, I'll send Hulin back, sell him on, and see if I can make some credits from him. The zebras are all pregnant, and they're probably half of them inbred, honestly. I don't know how much I did with them. I know I did a lot of work on stopping inbreeding, but I do need to keep an eye on it, as the pronghorned antelopes show right now. I think what I may need to do with the pronghorned antelopes is to give contraception to all the baby males. Do we have any pregnancies right now? No, so that's actually a pretty good time to be doing this. So I want basically to sell all the males again. You can't sell juvenile males, which is why I've given them all. So Watkins was my kind of original, but at this point he may have given birth to enough girls that he needs to go as well. And these are the brothers of all the girls. So what we do is we basically just recycle. So you're a male juvenile, so you need contraception. You're a male juvenile, you need contraception. Send to trade center. All of the males. Okay, and next thing I want to do is to look for any particularly overly mature ones. So we've got a couple of zebras that need to go. We've got one that's pregnant, so I'll wait for them to give birth. You need to go because you're getting on. Animal trading. No, zoo, sorry. What else do we need to do? There's a lot of stuff we need to do around here. Panda's gone. Zebra is going now. I may have too much stuff in the trade center right now. I may need to build a bigger, better trade center somewhere. Okay. I noticed a lot of them were getting boxed up and not put anywhere. But as the zoo gets bigger, that doesn't surprise me that I need better facilities, you know? Staff, trade center. I have just a little East Asian trade center over by the pandas. And that'll be fine. Okay, so I want to go and have a look at my animal trading now and see what I've got. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of stuff. All of which I want to sell. So let's have a look. So these guys are both for sale right now. They still haven't gone yet. You, Darren, you've got good genes. I'm not letting you go for less than 100. I think 100 for an ostrich with decent genes is fine. You're a panda. You only get to be rehomed, unfortunately. I left it too late. And you're now elderly. But that's fine. We'll do that. We'll rehome you. It's much better than the animal dying in the zoo, honestly. So I need to keep an eye on elderly animals. And really I need to be, like with pandas, I need to be moving them on when they get to about 19. Don't want to be keeping them until they're 20. Even if I release them to the wild, I get more for releasing them to the wild at 19 years old. And after that, they're not much use other than just, you know, obviously they're draw for guests and things like that, but they're going to die in a couple of years. So, let's have a quick look around. So yeah, there's one pronghorn antelope that is pregnant right now, so when she gives birth, I'm going to need to sort that out too. Because they're just going crazy. I might actually leave them for a little while without a male. Bring a male in when I've got more time to deal with them. Okay, so we've got now 2 small female giraffes, right? One of which is probably old enough to breed. So if I change the male giraffe over, I can have 3 breeding females, which might be quite nice. Assuming that I think they can go in a herd. I mean, if I know about giraffes in the wild in general. So I'm actually going to send Zuberi away, and I'm going to get myself a new male giraffe. So I send you to the trade center. I'm going to have a quick look at the giraffes. Because I need to change him round. And because then I'll get more babies. And more babies means greatness. That means I can sell them if I need to. Get more conservation credits. Okay, I'm going to look at buying the giraffe first, I think. Take away the cheetah, buy the giraffe. Oh, it's R, isn't it? Reticulated giraffe. Filter. Right. Hope that 6,800 isn't the cheapest giraffe. Terrible genetics. Terrible fertility. Terrible everything. So I've got quite a good giraffe, right? I'm not taking you with those genes. No way. I will wait. I will wait this out. Yeah, let's go back and sell some other ones and just see if in that time the things change a bit. So I want to have a look at the pronghorn antelopes in general. I want to see what kind of prices they're going for. If anything. Or whether I need to do like a mass release into the wild. And I know I've left that filter on. Don't worry, I will turn it off. I'm terrible with that. I'm so bad with these filters. Right, so you can get some for cash, which is always terrible because then sometimes you can get good ones for cash. But they're not great, the cash ones. That one's not bad. So if they've got good genes, I could probably get rid of them for up to about, maybe, I could maybe ask 25 or 30 for them. Maybe 25 for a really decent one. But other than that, no. So these pronghorn antelopes, let's see what the genes are like. That's not so great. Yates, you're not so fantastic. You might be a release to the wild candidate, actually. You, I reckon I can get 25 for on the market. I don't know why Watkins is. Watkins getting old? Not particularly old. I reckon I could get more for Watkins. So I'm going to go for 25 on a lot of these. And just see what happens. Because those are good ones. Yates, I'll go for 15. That's fine. Yates, if you get me 15, I'll be happy with you, mate. Swindle, you have bad immunity, so honestly, if you go for 15, that's fine by me. Pronghorned antelope. Benjamin, yeah, 20, that seems reasonable. 20 seems reasonable for you. Okay. Next, then, let's go back to any species. So I've done all the pronghorned antelopes. There is one plain zebra and 2 springboks. So let's go and have a look at the springboks and the zebras and see how they're doing. I imagine springboks, again, they just breed, just crazy breed. So 20 reasonable genetics on some of these ones that are going for like 20 or 30. So I'm going to, assuming mine have got decent genetics, I'll sell them for 30. Which, they're okay genetics. So we're going to trade them for maybe 25, just slightly undercut. And I'll see what comes back. There we are. Okay, so now let's go and have a look at Reticulated Giraffes again. Because I've given it a minute. Again, you've just got to make sure you keep looking, because I'm looking for a male. $365. Awful immunity, but good longevity and stuff like that. You're 10 years old. 10 years old isn't too bad for a giraffe. Yeah, go on, because the girls are probably decent. If I had more, I would maybe go for... I mean, giraffes can go for an awful lot. Awful lot. I mean, there seems to be tons of females and not so many males around right now. And if I get one with good genetics, then it seems like I can charge the earth for it. Not bad genes on the new one. I mean, my old male giraffe did have much better genes, unfortunately. Actually, still not great. You know that? Yeah. But there's not many males going, so I might sell him for like 700 or something. You know? He's 17 years old is the only thing. I may have to reduce it because of that. Because giraffes, I mean, I think, if I'm right on giraffes, they keep being able to breed until they die. And they are very easy to reproduce. I just need to reproduce my own male. Oh, sexual sterility at 25 years. So I really do need to change him because he's still got like 7 years and someone might still buy him for that amount. But the problem is I've now got 3 females and I'm going to have to put a contraceptive on 2 of them to not inbreed them back with him. So I can't keep him. I wish I could. The older the male is, the longer he spends tracking females. And they have aggressive fights. So yes, we do need to change that over. So my new dude, we'll get him into quarantine and then we'll... So in my animal trading, is my giraffe in here yet? Yes. So Zubiri is the old one and Gyasi is the new one. So Gyasi has 15 years of breeding in him, which is great. So Gyasi needs to go to quarantine. I don't use quarantine a ton. I don't bring in many new creatures. Only when I really have to. And then I want to know what a good price for a plain zebra is. And also a good price to sell Zubiri for. I don't know. So there's a 3-year-old in there for 850. There's a 16-year-old in there for 966. I'm going to try and put Zubiri up because he's older. He's got like an albino one as well. And there's not many giraffes up for sale, and a lot of them are up for stupid money, really stupid money. Like that one's a good, when you're looking for the good genetics on them. They are going for stupid, stupid money. 4,000, 6,000, 3,000. So, I reckon if I put my male on for 500, I would easily get that back, and that's more than I paid for him, to be honest. So Zubiri, I'm gonna try and trade you. Because even the standard trade or release price is 292. So they are worth a lot. Even if I just release giraffes to the wild and breed a ton of them, I'll make a lot. I'm going to trade you for 500. And we'll see if we can make a little mini profit on you. I bet I can. I bet if I keep putting it up for 500, it'll go eventually. Gassies just went into quarantine, so I just need to know what's a good price for a zebra. I don't think zebras go for much. I think they're getting pregnant all the time. And I don't think they're one of the ones that I will make a ton from. And eventually what I'll probably do is with, like I've done, we'll try to do with this, the sort of the bongos, I probably will start to do with the ostriches. The ones that are cheaper, I'll stop breeding them so much because they take a lot of my time in controlling their herds. So I just put females in, or just put females and a male and keep the male on contraception. And then I will just, because they're cheap, I just buy new ones if they die. Keep a herd of a certain size just for the guests to look at. That won't be the focus of my breeding attempts. My breeding attempts will be like elephants, pandas, cheetahs, things that go for a bit more. I've just filtered the wrong thing. I apologize, I keep doing this. Plain zebra. Filter. Okay, so there's one going for 275 with awful genes. So if the genes are decent, I could probably ask for like 300 plus for that. And I might get it. I'm just being cheeky. Whatever I think I can get, I'll try and get. Oh, you're an original. So I'm not getting anything for you. Bye-bye. Okay, so I'm hoping that this has sorted a few things out now. I'm just going to play the zoo for a sec, see what comes up. High amounts of litter still, so I need to go put more bins around. It's fine. Plain zebras are about to have a big old fight, and one of the springboks is stressed. Okay. But isn't stressed anymore. Okay. So we just got some problems with the plain zebras. So let's go and have a quick look in the zoo thing at the plain zebras. I still haven't renamed that habitat. And I need to end the episode in a minute. I don't want anything stopping that. So zebras. There we are. So what have we got? We've got Ndulu and Unica, who are both male zebras. Now, one thing I want to go and do quickly is have a quick look into the zebras and see if we've got any kind of... I want to look at the breeding basically on them. I want to see if there's any mating issues. Compare mates. Right, so they're all expecting offspring. Oh, good. So we've got 3 females. There will be an inbreed, that one. That will be an inbreed. That will be an inbreed. So Ndulu needs to go. Unica, mother. Inbreed. Inbreed. Oh no. Offspring. Offspring. Inbreed. No, the males need to go. And I need to keep an eye on what's coming out of the mothers as well, because that's clearly also inbred as well. So I am kind of thinking that I need to try my best to stop a lot of these guys breeding. Yay! Guess he's ready to go. Turn to original habitat. I don't have an original habitat. You're a new dude. You're my new 10-year-old giraffe. And what that means is I can take all of the contraceptives off my giraffes. So, if I can find them on the list. You do not need contraceptives anymore. So we've got Simba, who's got another probably 5 or so years of breeding, and I'm happy to let her just do that. Gassie's the new male coming in, and we've got Omsupe, who's just a little baby giraffe, but once she grows up, she'll be able to breed with Gassie. And it looks to me like when they get to like 5 or 6, they can start to breed. So we've got 2 breeding females. And it might even be that by the time Omsupe is old enough to breed, that we will have changed the male over again. Okay, I feel like I need more springboks. I feel like I don't have enough. They might be starting to get unhappy. I put contraception on all of them. I'll just do that with her as well. Because I'm just trying to keep control of some of this. This is just not under control at all. The springbok, the bongos have been super happy since I've changed all of that around. It may mean that I have to buy in bongos, but I feel like you can only do certain amount. You can't do a breeding program with everything in the zoo because you would just go nuts. Mahui, I think you need to have another baban before you end up being like 20 and not having had one. Not having had a second one. Because I kind of need 2 babies from each pair to keep things on an even keel. Otherwise, I'm just losing money on the pandas, really. Losing conservation credits. I wonder if my cheetah's had her baby yet. I mean, I say that, but it's not like... I want to put more lights everywhere as well. Sorry, it's not like I've actually had the game playing for long enough for her to get pregnant. I've been too busy building things and doing things and... Hey, cheetahs! How you doing? You're very handsome. You're my baby! She already had a baby! You're a baby cheetah. With really quite decent genetics, actually. Baby male. Chop, 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 chop. The zebras are still fighting. Okay, let's just check this. Did I not sort out the zebra situation? Oh yeah, I didn't. Oh yeah, the decision I had made on the zebra situation was to send all of the males away. Okay. So these guys I might be able to make some good money off. Good. Oh look! People have been buying my stuff. Hurrah! I trade a lot in this, actually. I really do. So, yeah. I can get away with that, I think. I can get away with maybe like 100 or something for him. No, don't move. Just trade. What am I doing? I'm going to try 100 for you, and I'm going to try 50 for your friend. And that'll probably move quite quickly, to be honest. Oh, I love Big Cat Mountain. Big Cat Mountain's so cool. People are all walking up the stairs. They're like, I don't love it. Why is there so many stairs? Why are there no escalators in this game? Oh my goodness me. What a big hill. For just some cheetahs. I maybe need some lions. So how are we doing with the trading? What's been happening then? I have no idea. What's basically been happening is everything is sold. What has happened is my giraffe was sold. That's why I suddenly had like. I thought my giraffe I sold for more than that. Have a look at the trade history on it. This confuses me. This doesn't look like any transaction history I ever looked at. It's meant to be my trade history. Oh, it's filtered by species, that's why. So I should be able to see my giraffe. So if I actually filter it by giraffe, then I should be able to see that sale. Yeah, I sold Zubiri for 500 really fast. Because people they'll sit and they'll refresh and they'll be looking actively for a giraffe that they can afford. But I think if I look back at this actually, trade history, if I look at when I bought Zubiri for I sold him for like a 70 conservation credit profit, even though he's actually now older and therefore a worse prospect. I feel like I ripped off the person I sold that to a bit. But, you know, if it had been that the market had meant I had to sell him for less, then that would have been what would have happened. Right, so animals that will fight, common ostrich and the springboks are getting a bit stressed out. And they might be actually getting stressed out because there's fighting in the pen with them. I've just realised that. So there are actually too many females. So let's have a look at you guys. Oh gosh, I really need to end the episode, but I don't like to end the episode when the animals are all being crazy. I may need to though. Yeah, I'm going to have to. So I'm going to end it there. And when we come back next time... Oh, actually, technically speaking, as well, if I look at my challenges, then community challenges. So we need to release the cheetahs back to the wild. So I'm going to carry on recording one more, and what we're going to do, we're going to keep on going. We're going to keep playing, proper playing this, and we're going to keep releasing the cheetahs to the wild. For the conservation credits and for the challenge and see what we can do there. But anyway, that's the end for today. That's as much as I can do this episode, okay? As I say, while I was building Big Cat Mountain, I left a lot of things that needed sorting out. So the litter problem still needs a bit more sorting as well. Although I haven't been told about it in a little while. Is it still telling me? No. So the bins are starting to work that I put down clearly. So I hope you enjoyed the episode, and if you did, then please do leave me a like below. If you'd like to see more Planet Zoo, then please subscribe, and I'll let you know when the videos are out. I hope to see you next time. In the meantime, though, please look after yourselves, and keep being awesome.